What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Madden 07 Albuquerque Vipers franchise. We are 4 games into the season, which means we're going to be looking at what's been going on over this first quarter. You're looking at the North. The Steelers are tied for the lead there at 2-2. You got the Jaguars in the South 3-1. Pretty surprising considering they went 4-12 last year, although they do have Drew Brees. The Bills and Patriots are both 3-1 in the East, and then in the AFC West, the Raiders are actually on top of that division with the Chargers at 2-2, and then the Broncos at the bottom are winless. The Vikings and Lions and the Bears all have only lost one game, although the Vikings, the only team between those first 3 that have not had their bye week yet. And then you saw the South there. In the East, you got the Eagles and the Giants. The Redskins only 1-2 after going 13-3 last season. Then you have the Cardinals, who are the last undefeated team in football at 4-0. We are 2-2. And then the 49ers and Seahawks each only have 1 win. Eli Manning has the best quarterback rating in the league, but Tom Brady has the most yards. Seneca Wallace is actually 3rd in that ranking. Eli Manning has 7 passing touchdowns to lead the league. When it comes to interceptions, every starting quarterback has thrown at least 1 at this point, but the most is going to go to Carson Palmer of the New York Giants, who has thrown 9 of them. Phillip Rivers has thrown 7, along with Redmond there from the Bengals. Over 500 yards already for Larry Johnson. Maroney is doing pretty good as well. As you see, 7 rushing touchdowns. I think he had like 18 rushing touchdowns last season. I don't know what it is, but he just, when they're at the goal line, I guess they just put him in the ball game and he just runs it right into the end zone. Chad Johnson has the most catches and the most yards, and he's also tied for the most touchdowns. But when it comes to yards and touchdowns, our boy Larry Fitzgerald is right up there with Ocho Cinco. You also got Reggie Wayne up there. And then the former Viper, now with the New England Patriots, Drew Bennett has 3 touchdown receptions. Looking at the offensive line stats real quickly, it's nice not having any Vipers at the top of the list of players who give up sacks. We do have a good amount of TFLs, especially for the Vipers, which we'll take a closer look at in a second. Michael Watkins, the rookie selected number 5 overall, leads the league in sacks with 8 of them, a great start to his career. Ike Taylor and Bob Sanders each have 3 interceptions to lead the league. Looking at our team stats, 5 touchdowns for Seneca Wallace, but 5 interceptions as well. Just a 55% completion percentage, and he has been sacked 8 times, which isn't, I guess, horrible, but not necessarily great either. Cadillac Williams, almost 200 yards for him. Tatum Bell, he has a $133 and a touchdown. The ground game has not been quite what I've wanted so far this season, which means we've had to rely a little bit more on Seneca Wallace than I've wanted to, although he has some nice receivers to throw to, especially in Larry Fitzgerald. Charles Phillips only has 7 catches on the year so far and 1 touchdown. We definitely got to get him more involved. That's kind of hard to do because we use him more so as a deep threat, and Seneca Wallace does not really have a great arm. He's not really great at getting the ball downfield. We're going to look at our defense now. Kelly and Newman lead us in tackles with 16 each. That's not necessarily great to have DBs leading you in tackles there, although a good chunk of those might be coming on special teams. 6 sacks for Antrell Wilson to lead the team, 3 for Daryl Fannin, and then Ike Taylor, 3 interceptions as we already saw. Kelly and Thomas each have 1 as well, and then Taylor and Thomas each have a pick 6, and then John Hall, perfect on the year, 5 for 5 when it comes to field goals. Last week, we played the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday Night Football and won in convincing fashion, 31-14. Now today, we're going to be taking on their division rival in the New York Giants, and the newspaper is predicting us to lose, but I don't know, Carson Palmer is a solid quarterback, although he's not having the best year of his career. His second year with the Giants last year, he missed a good majority of the season due to injury, but he's coming back and throwing interceptions. He threw 5 of those picks in his week 1 game there. So he's only thrown 4 since then. I guess if that's a good thing, which it's not really. He might be a little washed up. I'm not really sure why New York decided to move on from Eli Manning. Maybe it's because he couldn't get it done in the postseason, which is kind of ironic considering in real life Eli Manning could get it done in the postseason. But, I mean, Carson Palmer's not even getting his team to the playoffs in the first place, much less winning there at all. They are a slightly lower overall than us, although both teams are coming into this game at 2-2. The Vipers, of course, coming off their victory against the Cowboys. Before that, they suffered a loss to a good Saints team, and then they got upset by the 49ers, although that is a division game, and you never know with those kinds of games. So this should be another win for Albuquerque. I don't think the Giants are much better than the Dallas Cowboys, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Down at midfield, the Vipers get a select. They're going to go tails, but today tails fails, and New York elects to receive. Palmer's going to throw over the middle. He's got Sonorous Moss. That's going to pick up a quick first down. A good start for New York. A second straight pass here for Palmer, who throws right side looking for Jeremy Shockey, who couldn't stay in bounds. D. Stevens is in the game at running back, and he's going to take this right up the middle. Hey, he's going to break that one up the gut there, getting all the way out to the 27. Now out of the I formation, New York looks to run the football again. D. Stevens using his blockers here, breaking this one to the right side. Tackled into the end zone for the New York Giant touchdown on just his second carry of the game. He breaks that one to the right side and gets New York on the board. Now it's our turn to run the football. Cadillac Williams right up the middle, up the right there. He was running the football. It was a good run. Another good run for him here. Get off of me, he says to that Giants defender. And now we're doing a little bit of a trick play, a flea flicker. And Seneca Wallace doesn't have the best arm. He threw that one just way out of bounds there, and Larry Fitzgerald just didn't have a chance. 2nd and 5 after Phil Van Dyke runs the ball. Wallace is going to throw to the right side, and Tatum Bell's going to make the reception on the right sideline. What a catch there to keep this drive alive. Cadillac up the middle is going to pick up 4 yards. Now offset I formation, we do a little bit of a play fake, and another pass from Seneca is going to sail out of bounds. Wallace is looking to throw yet again. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to finally throw to the end zone. It looked like he had Larry Fitzgerald breaking open there, but a fantastic job made by that Giants defender to knock that one away. So Hall's going to come out and nail his 6th field goal of the season. Shockey in motion on first down as the Giants look to score yet again, and he's going to be intercepted. John Kelly getting his 2nd pick of the ball game. Palmer threw it right to him, and the Vipers have great field position. Chris Clark makes that catch on the left side. He's going to get us into the red zone. Cadillac is going to run the football up the middle and pick up 5 yards, make it 4 yards on the play. Now here's Bell running the football to the right side, and he did not quite pick up the first down. We're going to give it to Ron White, and the rookie fullback's going to pick up the first down and more, getting us inside of the 5. 1st and goal, Williams can't quite get in. 2nd and goal, we're going to give it to him again. This time he's in for the Vipers touchdown. That's going to give us the lead here as we go up by 3. I formation for New York. Palmer's going to look to throw coming off this interception there. And Warble's going to make the catch. The young man using that 99 speed. Although he didn't really get past the defense, it's still a big play for the Giants. I formation on 2nd down, but they're going to look to throw Palmer to the left side there, and Ulbrich breaks it up. 3rd and 8, no running back in the backfield, and we have an encroachment penalty. Darrell Finnan jumped there, and that's going to make this 3rd and short. Palmer looks to throw. He throws left side there, and his pass is going to be broken up by Terrence Newman. They are at the 35-yard line, but for whatever reason, they opt to punt. Maybe Vanderjack isn't feeling up to it for kicking today. But, yeah, they're going to end up just punting the football there. A nice diving catch made by Larry Fitzgerald to set up 3rd down and 4. Wallace is looking to throw under some pressure, looking for Fitzgerald. Wasn't the best throw as he was under a lot of pressure there. Threw it into coverage. Ford was able to break that up, and we're going to have to punt. A nice catch made there by Sonorous Moss on 1st down. Picks up a gain of 6. We are in the 2nd quarter now as Stevens going to run this one to the left side. He gets some nice blocking, spinning away from the fenders and gets across the 45-yard line. Palmer looks to pass, moving around in the pocket, fires to the left side, a bit too high for his intended receiver. Now they're going to run the football with D. Stevens after faking to give it to the fullback, and Stevens is going to pick up 9 yards there. He's having himself a pretty good ball game so far. Play fake, throwing to the left side. He's got Cook, and the former Houston Texan is going to pick up the 1st down. Palmer looking to throw, because he's going to connect there with Randy Moss, picking up the 1st down. The old man has still got it. Here's D. Stevens running this one to the left side. He had some open room, picked up about 9 yards, but it's all going to be coming back because of a holding penalty. So now it's going to be 1st down and 19 for New York. Palmer looking to throw. He's going to take a shot to the end zone, and John Kelly almost came away with another INT. 2nd and 19. Palmer once again looking to throw, and it's going to be knocked away looking for Moss. Third and long now. Carson Palmer looking for a third straight throw. He's going to connect with Warble, but well shy of the sticks. So they're going to bring out Vanderjack for the field goal, and he's going to knock this game up at 10 apiece. Here's Cadillac Williams running to the right side, continuing his solid start to the game, picking up a quick first down. Now Tatum Bell's going to run this one to the right side. He got away from the first defender and picked up 9 yards. Seneca's looking to throw here. He's got a wide open Larry Fitzgerald, who gets a nice block there, working his way down the right sideline, finally tackled out of bounds inside of the 30. Williams up the middle, picks up a couple of yards. Out of the I formation, we're looking to throw the football. Wallace runs to the right side. He had Phillips open. He's going to choose to run for the first instead. Likely the last play before the 2-minute warning. Bell to the right side, picks up 2. Here goes Williams now right up the middle, fighting for everything he can get. He's going to be marked just shy of the sticks. On third down and inches, we're going to give the football to Phil Van Dyke. He's not going to get it. We're going to try to get them to jump off sides on fourth down and inches, and we're actually going to get them the young rookie jumping off sides, giving us the automatic first down. Phil Van Dyke's going to run the football, but he goes nowhere there. Now Cadillac to the right side, goes nowhere. Third down for the Vipers. Wallace is going to throw to the end zone, looking for Larry Fitzgerald, but he's got to throw that a little higher if he wants to give Fitz much of a chance there. And we're going to opt to end up kicking a field goal and go up by 3 points at the half. The Vipers are going to get the football now to start off the second half. Seneca to the right side, throws on the run there to Larry Fitzgerald. A nice connection, picks up the quick first down. Williams to the right side, picks up about 5 yards on the play. Now Tatum Bell's going to run this one to the left, and he's going to pick up the first down. The 1-2 punch of Bell and Williams have been working pretty good today. Now some trickery from Albuquerque side of things. We tried running it with Charles Phillips. He's going to get taken down in the backfield. There was holding on the play too, which ends up getting declined. And Phillips got taken down in the backfield, losing 10 yards, and now he's going to have to check out of the ball game. Wallace looking to throw. We tried throwing last second there, tried doing something at least, but instead he's going to be sacked. Albuquerque's now faced with a third down and 30, and they're actually going to pick up about, 23 of those yards there, but it's still going to be fourth down and 7, and we're going to have to punt. Palmer looking to throw now for New York as they try to take the lead or at least tie things up on this drive. Took too long there, and he got hit as he let the pass go. Carson Palmer's going to throw to the right side. He's got Randy Moss, the big boss, picking up about 8 yards. 3rd and 2. D. Stevens gets the football, and he's going to pick up enough to move the chains. We get an update on Charles Phillips there. Luckily, it's not too bad of an injury, and he will be back in today's game. That first down pass is going to fall incomplete. So on second down, running the football with D. Stevens, who breaks out of a couple tackles, breaks this one out to the left sideline, and he is gone. High stepping his way into the end zone. Touchdown, New York Giants. And the young running back is going to pass over 100 yards today, 148 yards to be exact, as that run was well over 50 yards there. It was originally a run to the right side. There was nothing there. Just break a tackle, bounce it back to the left side, and he was gone. We got our own solid run game going so far today. Another good run from Cadillac Williams. Running this one again. He got away from one man across midfield. The 40-yard line, wrestled down by Ford close to the 30. First down and 10. Now we're going to run the football with Williams again, and New York has had enough of that. Second down, Wallace looks to throw. He's got a man open on the right side. That's Larry Fitzgerald, who makes a diving 1-yard catch. Wallace is going to throw to the right side there, in and out of the hands of Charles Phillips, who's back into the ball game. And we're going to have to attempt another field goal. John Hall from 50 yards out. His kick is up. It is good, and he hits his third one today. That's going to put the Vipers down by just 1 point now. D. Stevens to the left side. He's going to lose some yards. Now Palmer's going to throw over the middle, nearly picked off there. 3rd and long. Carson Palmer looking to throw the football again. He's rolling right into a sack there. Not quite, I guess, as he was able to get away from it. Unfortunately, Antrell Wilson didn't quite get the animation that he wanted to get, but luckily the pass still falls incomplete. Into the 4th quarter now, and running the football up the middle is Cadillac Williams. Gets us into New York territory. Williams again to the right side. He had some solid blocking. We weren't quite able to use it, and it doesn't really matter if we had because there's a clipping penalty. A toss to the right for Tatum Bell, and he's going to pick up about 3 or 4 yards there. Second down and 20, thrown to the right side. We've got Larry Fitzgerald, and that's going to make this third down a little bit more manageable. Seneca's looking to throw here, moving to his left, and he's got a wide open running lane, and he's going to use it. He's going to get inside of the red zone before finally getting pushed out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Wallace looking to throw a quick throw here to Phil Van Dyke, and he's going to pick up the first down. It looks like indeed he does. Now Cadillac to the right side, goes nowhere. Second and goal, we're going to give it to Van Dyke. No, we're not. It's going to be a play fake, and New York did not bite on it at all. Seneca Wallace goes down there. Just a fantastic job by the defensive lineman. Not a fantastic job by Chris Diamond giving up that sack. So now it's third and goal, thrown to the right side for Larry Fitzgerald. He's going to get tackled into the end zone for the Vipers touchdown. There was pass interference, and he was still able to get it. Larry Fitzgerald, you are amazing. He had to come back to that football too. Despite the pass interference, still able to make the catch. And then a big thank you there to Isaac Fort for tackling him into the end zone. We are going to go for two, and we're not going to be able to get it. So that's going to make this just a 5-point game, meaning if the Giants get into the end zone, they could very well win this game. Just about 3 minutes left to play. A nice run there from D. Stevens on first down is going to pick up the first down. Palmer's going to take a shot to the left side, and once again his pass is going to sail out of bounds, trying to use Warble's 99 speed. A toss to the left for D. Stevens, and he's going to get wrestled down on that play. Third down for New York. Palmer's looking to throw the football. It's a screen pass here for D. Stevens, but he's not going to get past Wade Schmidt there, and that's going to force New York to punt the football. With just over 2 minutes left to play, all Albuquerque really has to do is try to milk this clock. We hit the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 1, we're going to run the football with Williams. Another first down for him. New York's going to burn a timeout there. Williams up the middle is going to pick up a few yards. Another Giants timeout is called. Second down, Williams runs out right up the middle. He's going to pick up a few yards. New York opts to not burn a timeout. Then we're going to run the football. Again, we're not going to pick up the first down. But once again, New York holding on to that last timeout. And we're going to run this clock down to about 30 seconds left. Palmer to the left side. His pass is going to be tipped, and he's going to be intercepted for the second time today. Pete Hunter on the tipped pass with the interception, and that's going to wrap up this game here. No 2-minute drill, no game-winning drive for the New York Giants, and we're going to get out of here with a victory, winning 22-17. It was a pretty close game. It kind of went back and forth a little bit. Two just strong ground games today. D. Stevens and Cadillac Williams, both over 100 yards on the ground. D. Stevens really played great. Our run defense just, I don't know what happened to it. We've had a really good run defense throughout the history of this, the short history of this team, but for whatever reason today, this season really, just hasn't really worked out for us. Cadillac Williams finally breaks out for the Vipers, racking up 132 yards and a touchdown. Wallace had 42 yards. Bell, he had himself 26 yards, but this was all Cadillac Williams on the offense for us today. Larry Fitzgerald did have 6 catches for 66 yards and a touchdown. Tatum Bell, I should say, 2 for 32. And it was mainly Larry Fitzgerald when it came to the passing game. Once again, we didn't really get Charles Phillips that involved in the ballgame. That's why I ran the end around. I was like, if we can't get it to him in the air, let's get it to him on the ground. And you could say that didn't really work out for us. The defense played really good, especially getting those 2 interceptions there. So that's nice to see for us. Looking at some other Week 5 games here, the Seattle Seahawks pick up their second win of the season. It was close with the San Francisco 49ers until the fourth quarter. 5 total touchdown passes for Matt Leonard. Easily his best performance as a Seahawk. Floyd did have his breakout game this season for San Francisco. He is their best receiver. They hadn't really been getting him the football, but he does pick up over 100 yards in that game. Brock Flowers, once again, a poor performance from him. 3 of 7, 18 yards, no touchdowns, and an interception. And some pretty bad news here for Redskins fans. This is going to be Brock Flowers' last game of the season as he suffered a season-ending injury. So he wasn't even playing well to begin with. And it doesn't look like the Redskins are going to be repeating as NFC East champions. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going to get out of San Diego with a dub, and a lot of that was because of 2 pick sixes thrown by Phillip Rivers in the fourth quarter. San Diego probably would win this game without those pick sixes, but no can do there for them as they hand the Steelers the win. And yes, indeed, as you see here, Brock Flowers, a torn rotator cuff, out for the season, and he wasn't having a very good year after putting up some phenomenal rookie numbers, 1 touchdown and 6 interceptions on the season. That's going to do it for this video now. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, this has been Jeffrey reminding you to stay moist.